let's now focus on the learner. Okay, let's talk about how does all this information about visual literacy and 21st century communication affect our learners? What should we do in our classrooms now that we can see how visual genres now dominate 21st century communication? So let's just focus on this image and what it means. So first, tell me, what do you see in this photo? Two people on a bike, rural life, two generations. So here, yes, somebody said father and son. Here's what looks like a father taking his son maybe to school on a bike. And although this place looks very rural, or some people might interpret this location to be underdeveloped, as some people might write, what do we see tucked into this little boy's arm? Yeah, it's a laptop. Yeah. In fact, it is a laptop. And this photo at first glance shows a mode of transport from the last century, but it also shows a young learner growing up in the digital age. And no matter where you go, right? Our kids are accessing digital images, and they need to, right, improve their computer literacy, digital literacy. Our young learners of this century are considered digital natives, right? This term was coined by Mark Prensky and explains our next generation of young learners as natives of the digital world. Now, considering that they are natives of this digital world, meaning they're native speakers of that language, many of you who are here, I'm sure, know that you are indeed digital immigrants. So you're still learning the language and trying to keep up with those who are natives of the digital world. And we got to consider how that makes our young learners different from us. So for our young learners who are digital natives, the learning process is predominantly visual. Digital natives read image before text. Mark Prensky describes digital natives as used to receiving information really fast. They prefer their graphics before their text rather than the opposite. So in addition, our young learners also learn from video, and video plays a key role in the way children receive information. This includes television, movies, videos, accessed on the internet. According to the American Academy of Child and Adolescent Psychiatry, believe it or not, what they've done research in the U.S. says that students watch 22,000 hours of television before they finish high school, and they spend only 12,500 hours in the classroom. So I don't know if you think that that sounds similar to children in your country. But kids are watching a lot of television, watching a lot of video, and that includes video on the internet. So we've got to incorporate this into our instruction. And clearly, it makes sense because we already established, as humans, we are visual beings. And children are actually primed for interpreting visual information at a very early age. Even at 12 months of age, children can understand graphic images. For example, they know that a photograph of an apple represents a real apple. They can do that when they're just 12 months of age. And at 3 years of age, most children can use visual symbols to represent something, right? So you might see kids drawing a circle and two sticks, and that's supposed to represent a person, or using an M shape to denote a bird. Things like that show that they're primed, right, to use visual imagery to communicate.